Good morning. Hello, everyone. And thank you very much for being with us and joining us. First of all, my name is Iman Lahrash, news presenter at Sky News Arabia. And for the next hour, I'll be your moderator. My role is going to be to facilitate the discussion and to keep time and, of course, to ensure that everyone's point of view is taken under consideration and heard. Of course, I'm looking to a fruitful exchange of ideas through the next hour. First up, our next stop and first stop today in this algorithmic governance track, we are going to discuss the AI impacts and our value as human beings. We have a brain coach, AI expert with us today, guiding us through this complex topic, of course, and aiming to understand and to harmonize our relationship with the AI and the technology in general. So join us to explore how AI can complement, not dominate, the essence of our humanity. So please join me welcoming on the stage Mr. Ignacio Garcia Alves, CEO of Arthur D. Little. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I love being a brain coach because I think that's a little bit the job that we have as consultants. I wanted to speak to you about the fact that being human in an AI future will be more important than ever. And I want to tell you an experience, in fact, a personal one. So as the CEO of the company, I went to see one of our offices, and we had a lunch together. At one of these lunches, at the end, they asked questions, right? And so I had a full set of employees, consultants that were there, and they asked me, what is the impact of AI on us as consultants? So I told them the honest opinion I had, which was that, in my opinion, AI would take away one of the roles that exist in our company, that is analyst, right? Which is the lowest rate of a consultant, the lowest ranking. And they were a little bit surprised, in fact. And I told them, when I was young, I would have loved to have AI, in fact. And after that meeting, they explained to somebody else that this was horrible, in fact, that they would lose their jobs. That's what they thought that would happen. So I want to explain to you that that's not what is going to happen. First of all, I want to introduce our founder, Arthur D. Little, and he created ADL when the first industrial revolution happened. So we have a lot of experience with industrial revolutions. We have also a Blue Shift Institute. It's an institute that studies the link between technology, humans, society, business, and, of course, governments. And we want to understand what is happening, in fact, with new technologies, right? So I thought, let's be lazy. I asked ChatGPT about this question. Is being human even more important than ever? I found this quite funny because ChatGPT, in fact, said yes, yes, yes. Being human is more important because of ethical decision-making, empathy, creativity, adaptability, social connections, ethical oversight, sense of purpose, cultural and contextual understanding. So ChatGPT recognized that he could not do everything, right? So I have a question for you. Do you want me to continue the session, or is this answer enough? Do you want to have the human part? Yes, you means that we stop? No, we continue. Okay. It was quite interesting to do that, by the way. But I thought that's not sufficient, right? Generally, when you speak about fear of AI, and we are accompanied by many famous people. They're all telling us that this could go wrong, right? That this technology might be devastating. Like Elon Musk that compares it, that it's more riskier than North Korea. Or Sam Altman that you will probably see tomorrow morning that says we can cause significant harm to the world. Or Bill Gates or Sundar Pichai. But this is all about more the consequence of using this technology badly. It doesn't speak necessarily about the human side, right? About the fear that humans can have about this technology. So we come very much conditioned by the fact that AI might be bad. Who is afraid of AI in this room? If you can raise your hands. Concerned? Okay. Concerned or afraid? In fact, you should not be concerned. It's not the first time that we go through such a revolution. There are more older ones. Remember the printing press? When many people in the society were afraid because they thought that now we could spread wrong opinions, right? Does that sound familiar? They also thought that it would put scribes out of work. You remember that we had people that were copying the books? But in fact, it accelerated, you know, how knowledge could be spread around the world. If we go more closer, the personal computer, in fact, it needed less tech and admin support. For example, in our company, previously we had one business service person for one professional service person. That was in the, let's say, 1960s, sorry. And today, it's like one for 4 consultants, more or less. A lot of productivity, in fact, happened. And that helped a lot, in fact, to make people more productive. And what's good about productivity? Productivity ensures that you, with limited time, you can produce more. What happens then? You can also earn more in general. And that has always been driving society, in fact. Then we had the internet, right? That displaced information research jobs. We had previously in our company a job called research associate. It does not exist anymore. It was the ones calling, you know, can you please tell me what's your opinion about this market, etc. But more specialized researchers then came, the ones that know how to use the internet and Google. But of course, we're all afraid, and still today, about maybe societal impact, right? And crime that was made possible by the internet. Then we had teleworking. You remember COVID still, some years ago? And before COVID, we did a very interesting study. We worked with the workers' unions and the employers of the telecom sector. And the workers' unions, before COVID, were against teleworking. They thought that that would allow people, the companies, you know, to do surveillance on people, because you could see what they were doing when they were working. You could track them. So they said, no, we are against it. We don't want that. After COVID, what happened? All the people asked for, can I maybe work on Friday? So the union said, okay, let's do it. So you see that initially in all technologies, the first reaction, you see the bad thing. But it lowered the cost. It also reduces travel. And today we have AI. It's a new revolution. Of course, will it destroy jobs? Will it do misinformation? Will it even make our human existence not available anymore? You know what is the issue in our minds? I don't know you, but at school, we were always taught that we were the most intelligent species on the earth, right? And that was why we were dominating the world. So today, when we speak about AI, in fact, we feel like, oh, another more intelligent something is going to exist. And this thing that we were more intelligent and that therefore we were dominating the world, maybe that does not apply anymore, right? That's the first fundamental thing that makes us really afraid, right? The second thing, it's a very interesting survey, by the way, made by a recruitment company called Indeed, and they interviewed several thousand of people and asked them whether they were afraid of internet. Who do you think is most afraid? The younger people or the older people? Younger? Yes, it's the younger. And why is that? Because in fact, the older people, they remember this. They know that it's not the first time it happened, right? So they believe that it could be something that brings benefits. Of course, you need to be careful. The younger people, it's the first time, in fact. So they're like, oh, it's maybe going to take away the job that I thought I could do, in fact. And this is the thing that frightens us a little bit. This is a graph, in fact, about the capability of AI to do several things that humans are good in, right? Reading, language understanding, or reasoning. And what you can see is that today, AI is more powerful than the humans, in fact, right? So, is that good? Is that bad? It's not even the end of the AI story. That makes us a little bit afraid. By the way, when they ask, like an AI robot to do an intelligence test, he reaches something like 155 IQ, the intelligence. And that's approximately comparable to the 1% of most intelligent people on Earth, in fact. That brings you back about, we thought we were the most intelligent species in the world. So what is going to happen with internet? Today we speak a lot about ChatGPT, you agree? ChatGPT is in fact the two first bubbles. It's the scribe, the one that can write a letter for you, make a drawing for you, or it's the librarian, which is the one that can look up information, right? You don't have to do it anymore. But that's what we know today. But we will go further, in fact, with AI. We will have the analyst, the one that is capable of analyzing a lot of information and making sense out of it. They're already doing it, but it will go one further level. The engineer, I'm an engineer by training, by the way. The one that can do problem solving. The scientist, right? Finding how do we develop maybe a new drug that can solve some new medicine. The craftsman even, linking it to objects and to ensuring that you even can control, like a car or something else. And the artist. Artist, but not just copying what already exists, but going further. What's interesting with AI, by the way, is that it's the most sophisticated jobs that are touched currently. And the ones like, for example, the craftsman, they will be touched a little bit later on. We're seeing it in the opposite level. You might have heard, about all these rumors about why Sam Altman got fired by his board. Some say it was because he was working on this secret project linked to artificial general intelligence. The fact of not just giving you like a ChatGPT, but ensuring that all of the components of the human intelligence were in fact put together. And we're moving in that sense. So we will have quite soon, in fact, something that will combine all of the different intelligences, that can solve problems, plan for the future, and not just give you like a better answer like ChatGPT. In some way you might compare it with Windows compared to MS-DOS, for those that still remember MS-DOS, where you had a prompt and you got an answer. But this will go much further away, in fact. And this, of course, makes us a little bit afraid, right? Because today already we feel, okay, it's more intelligent, but still it cannot do everything. You remember the answer of ChatGPT in the beginning, telling us that, no, we still need humans? I don't know what his answer will be in some years. So let's look at what AI will do for companies. Everybody speaks about productivity and efficiency. That's the first level, right? I can now maybe, take some invoices, treat them automatically, and more than automating some processes, become more efficient. That's of course very important. And AI will certainly help for that. But we're forgetting probably two other things that AI can do for companies. New services, the fact that you could give a new experience even to clients, something that didn't exist before, and even new business models. You see several companies that they themselves want to be AI companies, in fact. They want to migrate. And they want to do things that they could not do before. They're seeing opportunities. So don't think just about productivity. Think about new services, customer experience, and new business models. Productivity is important. In the current world, we have been stalling productivity since many years now. Has not been progressing as quickly as what we have seen in previous years. But productivity has been one of the drivers of wealth creation. We see a lot of confrontation currently, right, between regions. It's about how we share the cake instead of how we increase the cake, in fact. So let's see AI maybe also like something that can help us increase the cake. And there are a lot of applications that you could see. This is one, what AI can do for governments. Also efficiency, you see several applications on the several dimensions that the government can have. Better customer interface and new value creation. So my message to you is, please look not just on the efficiency level, because that's when you, of course, will make some savings, but you will not capture the full potential and you will scare the humans a lot, because they will not see it as a technology that will bring them something, but as a technology that will destroy, in fact, their jobs. We saw what it meant for companies, what it meant for governments. So what about humans, in fact? First of all, it can make humans more productive. You remember what I told you in the beginning? When I went to this office, told them that it would probably make some of the functions more productive. And I believe that's really great. If I would have been a young consultant now, I would have loved to get rid of all of these tasks. You know, that I will say it's 90% of tasks that you maybe don't like, and 10% of the things that you really say, wow, that is a great usage of my time. And you might say, okay, will that then destroy the jobs? No, it will displace the fact that this time you can use for something else. It will also be able to assist humans in solving problems, in fact. And why not even solve some of the existential grand challenges? Climate change, right? So the young people that are afraid, they should see AI also as something that can solve some of the challenges better than what it did before. Creativity, you know, help people to do things assisted. And then maybe to help humans to flourish. And I think this is very important, in fact. Internally, in our company, I always say that it's our job is not to compete with our intelligence against the intelligence of others, but it's to combine all of the intelligence that exists in the world, whether it's our own internal intelligence, the one that exists in the society, the one that exists maybe through internet, or even the collective intelligence, and then artificial intelligence. And finally also the emotional intelligence. And if we combine that, I think we're able to do things that we could not do before. But maybe AI is in fact making us more human, right? If we get rid of all of these tasks and all of the things that we do, that sometimes even make a robot out of us, right? Aren't we looking at our screen every 3 minutes, every 2 minutes? Aren't we, you know, not even speaking to each other anymore? Maybe AI is taking that away and allowing us to concentrate on being again humans, in fact. I am a firm believer that it's not about opposing things. It's not about opposing human intelligence and artificial intelligence. I think that when you combine intelligence And this is one of the theories of collective intelligence. A group of people is more intelligent than one person, even if you take the most intelligent person in the world. So why not put all this intelligence together? And that's a little bit what they did with, for example, IBM Deep Blue. They said the machine can beat one human, right? But the machine plus a human can probably beat everybody, in fact, even the machine. So let's try to put that together. We also will see a lot of developments linked to the interface with bio and human technology, health technology. It will maybe allow people, to walk again, to do things, to solve some of these things that we desperately need to do. And to put that together in this human and AI to solve even new things. To conclude, in fact, what I would encourage any society, any government, any company, is really to think about the future of technology, the future of humans, of society and companies, to ask a certain number of questions and to put that together. I'm always extremely proud to be here in the region because you have a lot of ambition and you want to create the future. So please use AI to create the future, and please use AI to become more human. I think that's what we all need to do. Thank you very much.